Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of The Rundown. I'm your host, Lily, and today I have with me DJ. I'm gonna do how I did. Hey, B.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. I caught you early in the morning. I was just telling her it's like a reunion almost because it's been 30, maybe 2 decades, maybe, or right. Not 2 decades, maybe like
a long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago. Anyway, we're gonna hop right into it. So I know you're here in Atlanta with me. Did you get started, being a DJ here in Atlanta, or before you even got here?
So I actually started DJing here in Atlanta. It was kind of something like midlife crisis type stuff. I don't know, can we cut on here? Midlife crisis type shit. So it was kind of like I was getting tired of my current career or whatever, bored, trying to figure out what it is I wanted to do next. Right. Really just like force myself to get in a space to kind of figure out what it was that I actually enjoyed and what truly brought me happiness. And I always sent it back to music. So I'm like, all right, well, definitely can't sing, definitely can't rap. So what I'm gonna do or whatever, like, I don't know. I thought about being a songwriter because I do poetry as well from time to time. It wasn't like nothing like major, like really tugging in my heart. So I was like, F it, I'm gonna be a DJ.
Why not?
Why not? So I enrolled here in Atlanta at the time Scratch DJ Academy, which was founded, of course, by Jam Master Jay and like other business partners. And they have schools here in Atlanta, LA, and New York. I took a class there. Sucked. I actually failed. Well, I didn't fail my final, but like I made like a 70 on my final. And like it was like, we
almost
right. And that was like my first time literally touching the turntables and learning anything about DJing, period. So of course, after that happened, I kind of could have made the decision to like quit and like try something else.
Glad you did it.
Right, glad I did. It's like typical, and I think that's really why I fell in love with DJ is because I wasn't good at it, and I'm so used to being naturally good at things. Like this is the first thing I'm like, you actually ain't good at this. So like,
it gave you a challenge.
It gave me a challenge. So I got on YouTube, started teaching myself, practicing every single day. Went out and started networking with people and like meeting people here in the city as well, so that I can get on actually like, because it's one thing to DJ in your bedroom, it's a totally different thing to actually like DJ in front of people and like keep the crowd going and keep the hype. So I kind of like connected with people out here and it just took off from there.
Nice. So how do you engage the crowd? Because there's so many different crowds, like in a restaurant or a club or a wedding, like people are so hard to get their attention. So how do you do it? Or is it just specific on the event?
It's kind of both. So it depends on the venue and the type of event. For example, if it's like a 90s party, of course, I might throw in a little trap here and there, but the main focus of my set is going to be centered around 90s because I want to stay around that theme.
Right.
90s is so broad. So you kind of got to crowd watch as well. You might throw out a slow song and people like vibing to it, and you like, snap, and you stay like in this type of vibe.
Right.
You might throw something down, people like, that ain't necessarily it. I don't really want to hear that right now. So you kind of got to really pay attention and know your crowd and like know body language. And that's another thing that I like had, I don't know, came naturally. Like I always like people watch and like watch people's body language. So like
psychology
is a DJ. So that's kind of what it is. It's like a balance of both. Like you really got to do both.
Right. So do you do mostly in restaurants or clubs, or is it just a mixture for you?
A mixture. It's literally like a mixture. It might be like a club, lounge, then the next day I might be at a restaurant and kind of provide some smooth vibes so people can eat and drink and go to the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever works for them.
Right.
So do you do the hosting? Because I know some DJs are on the mic, or some people, they have their own person that'll just hype up the crowd on the mic. Do you do both?
So I actually hated talking on the mic. But now, like, it's real essential for me, like, knowing, like, as a DJ, to, like, be on the mic, because that kind of is where you kind of can throw out your personality. Like, I can pop shit on the mic. I can get people hype. People are like, "Oh, I love your accent," which I swear I don't have an accent, but like different things like that. It really helps. Like, I don't.
Oh my god.
But talking on the mic definitely adds like that extra flavor to your set. So if you are a DJ out there, if you're watching and you don't talk on the mic like me, just practice in your bedroom. Pay attention, like when you go out, what you hear people saying on the mic. I mean, you could always go to like Zodiac. So I know it's Taurus season, like things like that, and just like do small stuff to start getting that crowd in the mic.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely would not want to be on the mic. I'm like, okay, hey y'all.
Right.
What's up? Who's in the house tonight? Okay. Right. So when it comes to the music selection, like how do you stay in tune with the latest music trends, especially when you're doing sets with clubs and people are wanting to hear the new music that's going on? How do you stay up to date with that?
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting old. So it's kind of hard to stay up to date, but really, like, if you are an up and coming artist, always try to figure out ways to get your music on record pools, because that's where DJs go to find their music. So there are like a variety of record pools that I particularly use. VPN Supreme is like the major one, and Club Killers. Those are like my top two. So I'll go on, kind of see, all right, what's new, what's some new music, kind of go through and listen through. My other tactic is to ask my goddaughters, because they live on TikTok. So I'm like, what y'all listening to? And
that's smart. That is very smart.
So I'm like, what y'all listening to? All right, I ain't never heard of this, and I probably won't listen to this, but if this is what the people like, whatever, get
me. So, because I know you have people that probably coming to you like, hey, play this song, or hey, play my song. How do you deal with that? Because some DJs, they do not like that. Like, do not request.
That is a no-no. That is a DJ no-no. And I don't think people understand, like, when we say no, it's not because we don't want to push your song, but it's because, like, if you come up and just like, hey, can you play my song? We don't necessarily know where that's going to fit in our set. You might have a slow song, and it's hard for us to listen, like, any moment. Still trying to do our job, which is like play music and control, and people watch the crowd, and you like, oh, can you hear my song? Like, no. Like, yeah, no. It's real hard. So, I mean,
hit me up.
Like, send it to my email, anything. Like, the best way, honestly, if you see a DJ that you know, oh, I might want to head and push my record, and they post a flyer like, hey, I'm gonna be here Thursday, send your music to the email Wednesday, be like, hey, I'm just trying to see if you could throw my song into your set. I see you have an upcoming gig. Cool. But don't like come on the fly. It just be too much going on.
I can understand that, because it's like, oh, play this, and now it's like, now I'm trying to see how I can fit that into what I've already planned out here. So I get it.
Exactly.
So do you think you'll be doing any like classes for upcoming DJs? Because it seems like you're well seasoned and very knowledgeable, and people do need that help, and we are in the era of the webinars and the virtual era.
Yes. So eventually, yes, I do definitely want to teach classes, and I started a little before the pandemic. But I'm gonna put it back on my radar, because it has been like, people have been asking, how you do lessons? You do lessons? So yeah,
exactly.
It's
coming soon, guys. So
yes.
So give everybody out there your social media handles so they can follow you and get hip to DJ AB.
You already know. All right, so you can follow me on Instagram at the letter DJ AB, and that's spelled AYEDEE. Yo, and you follow me on Twitter too, because I be on Twitter, but not like that. But I'm getting my Twitter.
same alias for your Twitter too.
Yep, same Twitter name, DJ AB.
All right, you heard it from DJ AB. Thank you for joining me. And you guys be on the lookout in the city near you, DJ AB, hyping up your clubs, your restaurants, wherever you may be. Okay? All right. So we
All
are
right,
out. Thank you for
y'all.
watching Knox Muse, The Rundown. Y'all have a good one.